Hello, hello, hello. Doing my dark episode for April the 12th, 2021. Oh, I am tired. It has been a busy weekend, but it's a busy weekend that lots got done. For its first aid and various things yesterday, and today it was getting the tires changed. Shira went in for her vet appointment. I did other things. I mowed the lawn. I got out with Jackie and we did various um, various yard work things. Um, yeah, that's about it. I'm really hammered. Um, yeah, yeah. I finished the Sigler's The Gangster, book number 6 in his Galactic Football League science fiction sports series, which was good. Which is, saying something for book number 6 in a series. If things are going to start falling apart, they will have really started falling apart by book number 6, and that isn't the case. We're definitely taking a little bit of a different turn, and highlighted things that maybe I like more or less about the author's work, but that was interesting in and of itself. Oh, I'm just really tired, I think, is the big thing. I need to make sure I get a good sleep tonight. Yeah, I did not. I did do a little bit of work doing prepping for videos as I was waiting for tires, though actually the tires went on pretty quickly. Curses, so I didn't actually get into as much into the Don Quixote side of things as I wanted to. I'm just going to do a good enough video for that and then continue on with Don Quixote. I'm also reading Richard Thompson's Bee's Wing, his kind of memoir of his early days as a musician, which doesn't have a ton of him in it. He is definitely reserved, which doesn't always make for the best kind of memoir. And as a writer, he's definitely a singer-songwriter, but not maybe a writer. He's writing with somebody else who probably is helping him with stuff, but we're not really getting into the nitty-gritty of things as it goes. If it's somebody telling stories at a dinner party, it's someone who's very reserved and maybe slightly standoffish and isn't really letting their hair down. And maybe that's just the kind of guy he is. It's interesting. I'm actually not that much into his early work. As early as I get to is probably his solo work with his wife Linda Thompson. I don't know if this one will get particularly that far afield. I guess I'll find out. I might even go back and listen to some of his work in Fairport Convention and see how that is. See what I think of that sort of stuff. But yeah, it is okay. It's interesting and it's clearly written, but it's definitely kind of a surface level, like getting information, but not maybe as much in the way of insight or expression, or he's not settling any scores, he's not dishing any dirt, I'm not getting as much of a other than he's a bit of a music snob as a Fairport Convention guy who didn't want to go to Paul McCartney's party because he was a part of the Beatles and that's a pop band and they weren't pop band. And him saying you would shake his 19-year-old self and say, loosen up and go have fun. Which is, there's, he's writing this definitely as an older man. Like he was 18 in 1967 or 1819 in that time, and I was just about to be born. So that would make him somewhere in his 70s. at this point. So, it's an older man writing this who, different perspective, I guess, than if someone sat down in their 50s or 60s and wrote a book like this. Though, and, people who just different, you get the sense that he's of a certain generation of Englishmen who's not going to share stuff, and maybe has been in the music business since he was a teenager, so he might have learned to kind of keep his mouth shut because he knows how things like that go. So he's maybe not going to be as candid. So yeah, that's what I did this weekend. I am tired. John and I talked about maybe about me taking like a week off in May, just to kind of for us both to kind of rest and recuperate. That'll be nice. And just looking forward to something like that is a good idea. But I should also just try and get my sleep in. Is also a good idea. So let's go do that. All right. More videos later.